What is up, you all? We're back with another Scream 7 video today. We'll be talking about some rumors and some plot details of some new photos we see out on social media. But before we get into it, definitely smash the like button because it helps, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So starting off, I'm pretty sure you all haven't seen the photos that's been out there on X. We actually got some new photos of Sidney Prescott on set. And I'm not going to lie, man, Neve Campbell looks amazing right now as Sidney Prescott in Scream 7. We just see her on set just all smiles. And we know that they're filming in Atlanta, Georgia right now. And it's technically Pine Grove, Indiana. But yes, we see our first looks at Sidney Prescott on set for Scream 7. We're hearing that Courtney Cox has actually wrapped film, and she only shot 10 days of filming, from my knowledge, but they're saying Courtney Cox has wrapped filming. Look, I'm going to say this. This does not mean that she actually, bit the dust and she's dead. But I will say this. Courtney Cox is on my list when it comes to people that's going to die in Scream 7, just because I feel like, I know it sounds brutal because Dewey did die in Scream 5, but it seems like her story is starting to come to an end. It's not enough to tell with her anymore. I mean, she's starting to just become just one of those characters that's there, but she also has depth to her. Now, pushing forward, I think it's going to be something with Courtney Cox dying that's going to bring Sidney Prescott to a different level of her character, with her being a final girl. Also, we have Isabel May in here that's playing Sidney Prescott's daughter, which I'm going to talk about that later in the video. But I think that Gale, she's not going to make it, sadly. I think she's going to be the death that actually just really gives us that emotional just feeling in this film. But I can be wrong. This doesn't mean that she's dead or whatever, but it just seems a little fishy being that she just already wrapped filming. But that doesn't mean nothing. Now, pushing forward, I definitely think we're going to get a lot of scenes that has that OG energy with Sidney Prescott and Gale, just because I feel like it's necessary with this film. We got Kevin Williamson back, and I'm pretty sure that, they're going to try to pull a lot of strings to make sure that Sidney Prescott and Gale are how they always are on screen and make it feel authentic and fluid. Now, we also heard previously about Sidney Prescott having a business. We saw some early photos where it looked like it was at a bar or a tavern. A lot of people were speculating, including myself, that was Sidney Prescott's business. But now with some new photos on set and everything, and from what I'm hearing, actually Sidney Prescott is going to have a coffee shop called the Little Latte, which I think that will definitely fit more, just because she has a daughter. Maybe Isabel May works there. Maybe that's a place that she goes to after school to hang with her mom, and her friends come along and chill out. I can really see this scene being pulled together. Picture Sidney coming out behind the counter or something. She's checking on her daughter while she's on a laptop or something. Maybe Asa German, Celeste O'Connor, McKenna Grace, they're in there with Isabel May. Hey, Mrs. Prescott, and they're just making jokes and things like that. But something else that's interesting, out on social media, we actually see some shots of Ghostface late night around Sidney Prescott's coffee shop. With this particular photo right here, we see Ghostface actually walking. If you look down on the right, it says coffee, so I'm pretty sure that's the Little Latte. And like I said, if Isabel May spends a lot of time at the coffee shop, or even Sidney Prescott, maybe Gale came and chilled and had some coffee with Sidney, this definitely, from what I'm hearing, is going to be a chase scene. That's what I'm hearing, just rumors. But I definitely can see Isabel May being chased. I almost want to say that people said they saw her on set with this, timing and everything of this scene. Like I said, I think she's going to play a big part in Scream 7, especially with Sidney being her mom and everything. A lot of people, including myself, I said it would be crazy. Isabel May, the twist is she's Ghostface. That's something we never seen before, you know what I'm saying? But one thing that makes it kind of weird with me is that, okay, if Isabel May is getting chased by Ghostface, I mean, granted, sometimes they do hit us with a crazy twist where the whole time it was teamwork. But what if this is one of her friends? Maybe it's something where, like I said, she's in the Little Latte with her friends. They're familiar when Sidney Prescott closes the shop. Then they're familiar when Isabel May leaves. Maybe one of her friends gets up and, hey, I gotta head out, puts on a Ghostface costume, come back. That simple. Possibly Asa German. I feel like he can be a Ghostface. Maybe he has some relations with people in the past. I'm pretty sure that, Leslie Mocker's going to be involved in this. I mean, that's just speculation, though. There's nothing confirmed, especially with Anna Kent being involved. I think that'll be crazy to have her just kind of trying to take people out in her brother's legacy for revenge. But pushing forward, like I said, we're hearing about a chase scene right here with Ghostface. We see a couple shots of him around the Little Latte, which is Sidney Prescott's coffee shop. I think that this has the potential to be one of the best Scream films in the franchise, just the way it's set up and everything. We also even see some shots of Kevin Williamson on set and things like that, so everything is still in effect. Now, pushing forward, I think with this movie, okay, with Sidney Prescott, I love for everything I'm hearing about her character. She has a business, she's in mama mode and things like that. It really makes me feel like how, you know, a Scream franchise should play out in the end. Like, I think that especially for her, it's time for her to get her flowers, because she's been getting a lot of her story told, and I hope that they give her flowers in Scream 7. So some more details we're hearing, just a little bit, it seems like a little synopsis with Scream 7 just being over on social media, saying that Sidney Prescott has put her past behind her and is focusing on being a happily married mom and running a nice little coffee shop in town. However, she's never stopped looking over her shoulder, and sure enough, once again, her past comes back to haunt her. So definitely sounds like a Scream film. I think that it could be something almost how like Laurie Strode was in 2018, but not as, you know, just depressed. I think she's going to be, you know, a happy mom and things like that, but she's going to still remember everything that happened to her in previous Ghostface situations, especially after everything that happened to the Carpenter sisters recently. We got Mason Gooden involved and Jasmine Savoy Brown, so she's definitely going to get reminded about her past, especially off of their situation. It seems like her coffee shop is going to be located in a spot called Craven's Plaza, of course paying respect to the man himself. That's something that we see out on social media, but overall I think that this Ghostface is going to be different. But I think the main focus is going to definitely be around Sidney's daughter, and it's going to obviously bring Sidney in because it's going to make it seem like she had to come out of retirement. I think a lot of things are going to surround Sidney's daughter being Isabel May, and I think that's going to bring Sidney closer to the situation as a mother and everything like that. I'm not going to lie, just off the fact we're not hearing too much about the husband, I think he's a goner. I think he's going to goner. I think a lot of people around Sidney Prescott is going to bite the dust. They're going to die for sure. Like I said, especially if Leslie Mocker is involved in this, she's going to definitely make Sidney Prescott feel it after her losing her son and her brother. Overall, how do you all feel about everything with Scream 7? How do you think it'll play out? I think that Gale's a goner. I think she's going to be that emotional attachment that pulls Sidney, like, you know, out of retirement, or it can just be this simple. Maybe this chase scene right here can actually get Sidney back into action how she is. Maybe this is her daughter Isabel May being chased from what we're hearing, and it kind of gets her in protective mom mode and goes from there. Overall, I think that this has the potential, once again, to be one of the best Scream films if done right, if everything makes sense, and if that Ghostface reveal is there, especially with that potential Marine Prescott opening kill. I think we're in for a treat. So yeah, you all comment down below how you all feel about everything we just talked about when it comes to Scream 7. But unfortunately, this is the end of the video. I want y'all to hit me up on all my social medias at ILIKESCARY, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.